In this video, we're going to talk about the Signal Disruptor 2. Now, this is an all-mountain freestyle board with traditional camber with a unique flex pattern to it. It's a board that definitely borders more into the freestyle realm than the all-mountain, but it's unique. And that's the only way I can really break it down for you, so you might want to check out the rest of this review. This board features traditional camber, which is what Signal is sticking with. Snowboards have had it forever, and that's what they're giving you. You would think with a park board like the Disruptor 2 that the flex pattern would be very straightforward. It's not. It's kind of unique in that there's 4 flex points in this board, and they're located outside each insert and inside each insert. It's like a hinge where the board can really flex. Overall, it is a middle-of-the-road park board. There is a decent amount of torsional flex. You can drive it. But those flex points really let you engage the board a little differently than other decks on the market. Now, when you're riding around and charging, going through rutted out landings, or just cruising the mountain, this board's actually really stable between the camber profile, the width, and the flex pattern. You've got a board that underfoot doesn't get bucked around, and you don't notice a lot of micro vibrations or chatter underfoot. This board's actually mildly damp, but very lively, yet still super stable. You're going to notice right away that this board has an abrupt tip kick to it. And that's awesome for popping with. When you load the board up and roll back, you can just snap right off it. It's a very aggressive pop. This is a board that you can really just jump over anything or up onto anything with and not worry about it. And when you're hitting jumps, this board's great because it's got that added girth to it. It pops off the lip and it's stable on landings. This is a board from the small to the large line you don't have to worry about. This board wants to be in the air. I'll just be honest with you. It's not the hardest board to load up, but it's got a lot of rebound to it. Okay, so how does this thing butter with that abrupt tip kick? Really well. The way the flex pattern works in combination with the shape of the board allows you to get way out over the tip and swivel and sizzle. You will have to work for it. You will have to know how to have great body dynamics and how to center your weight over it. But when you do, it's going to lock in and you're going to butter really, really well. This is a board that you have to understand spatial relationships with and flex points. If you know where the board's going to flex and how to leverage those flex points while getting your weight over the tip or the tail, you're going to be able to butter perfectly fine. When it comes to jibbing, this board does a great job. You can press inside your feet or outside your feet. I strongly recommend pressing on the outside of your feet. That's where most people that know how to snowboard actually engage their presses. But that flex point creates a sweet spot where you can just stay locked in, and then there's a little bit of snap and response out of this board. Not a lot, just a little. Doesn't fight you, but it's enough to pop you out of a feature. And having camber underfoot, you lock in and slide. This board does well at jibbing. I would recommend that you go a little bit faster until it breaks in, because this is a board that will get softer with time, much like any snowboard, but it starts out the gate a little bit stiffer. While this board does transition from edge to edge with relative ease, I found that it was better for long drawn-out carves versus tight, snappy turns. There was just something about the way this board engaged a carve that it did better when I was just trying to go from one side of the trail to the other versus snapping a quick turn, transitioning over, snapping another quick turn. I think it's just the way that this board's more park-focused, and you'll be skidding turns, setting up and whatnot to get into hitting a feature versus carving all the time. This is a board for the park-focused all-mountain rider, someone that's really taken their freestyle to the next level. You can ride this board outside the park. I know I did. I had fun with it, but it really excels in the park. It really is a park board that you can take out and around the mountain. These are the ones that I think are the most comparable to it. The Arbor Relapse, the Rome Marshall, the Niche Theme, the Interior Plane Project Honolulu, the K2 Happy Hour, the Flow Whiteout. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification, and I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews for you guys that enjoy what we're doing.